Welcome back to the B&B Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the swirling drama and unexpected twists unfolding on The Bold and the Beautiful as of June 18, 2025. From heartfelt reconciliations to calculated manipulations, this episode promises a roller coaster of emotions and jaw-dropping revelations. We'll explore Luna Nozawa's unsettling approach toward young Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Nick Maron's determined pursuit of a second chance with Brooke Logan, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan's desperate bid to bring Daphne Rose back to Los Angeles. Buckle up as we unpack each storyline with fresh insights, imaginative details, and a deeper look into the motivations driving our beloved characters through these turbulent waters. Luna Nozawa's calculated move on Hayes. Let's start with a storyline that's sending chills down the spines of B&B fans, Luna Nozawa's disturbing fixation on the Forrester Finnegan family, particularly little Hayes. Viewers may remember the recent chaos when Finn, ever the compassionate father, had to firmly eject Luna from their lives after yet another uninvited intrusion into their home. Picture this. Just as tensions were simmering, Hayes, overwhelmed by a vivid nightmare of zombies lurking in the shadows, sought comfort from his father. Finn, with his heart of gold, couldn't resist soothing the frightened child, even as Luna lingered nearby, her eyes glinting with an unsettling intensity. Rather than discreetly guiding Hayes to the safety of his room, Finn's tender moment unfolded right in Luna's line of sight. An unintended display that likely fueled her spiraling obsession with reclaiming a connection to Finn's family. Now, fast forward to a quiet afternoon in a quaint, sun-dappled backyard bordered by neatly trimmed hedges. Hayes, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing around him, plays with a toy truck, his innocent laughter echoing through the air. Enter Luna, her steps cautious yet deliberate, a faint smile masking the storm beneath her calm exterior. She softly calls out to Hayes by name, her voice dripping with a feigned warmth meant to lower his guard. In a moment straight out of a suspense thriller, Luna reveals she has a special surprise for the young boy. According to the latest spoilers, this unexpected gift, perhaps a brightly wrapped toy or a personalized trinket, serves as a Trojan horse for her true intentions. Is this merely a kind gesture, or a sinister ploy to ingratiate herself with the child? Speculation runs rampant among fans. Some fear this could be the prelude to a kidnapping plot, with Luna whisking Hayes away to force Finn's hand. Others hypothesize a more psychological game. Luna might be signaling to Finn and Steffi that Hayes is within her reach at any moment, a chilling reminder of her lingering presence. Could this be her way of pressuring Steffi to relent and allow some form of relationship with Finn to protect their son? The stakes couldn't be higher, and as Finn and Steffi eventually uncover this breach, their response could redefine the boundaries of their already strained family dynamics. Nick Maron's return ignites old flames and new rivalries. Shifting gears to a blast from the past, the winds of romance and conflict blow through Los Angeles with Nick Maron's dramatic reappearance. Once a significant figure in Brooke Logan's tumultuous love life, Nick strides back into town with a singular mission: to rekindle the fiery connection they once shared. Imagine him standing at Brooke's doorstep, his rugged charm and determined gaze a stark contrast to the polished world of Forrester creations. He speaks with a quiet intensity, reminiscing about their shared history, lazy afternoons by the beach, stolen kisses under starlit skies, and the dreams they wove together before life pulled them apart. But as Brooke, whose heart has weathered countless storms with Ridge Forrester, ready to dive back into the turbulent waters of a past romance, her hesitation is palpable, torn between the comfort of familiarity with Ridge and the thrilling unpredictability Nick represents. Meanwhile, the ripple effects of Nick's return are felt far beyond Brooke's doorstep. Ridge, ever the protective patriarch, bristles at the sight of his old rival, his jaw tightening as memories of past betrayals resurface. Their rivalry isn't just personal, it's a clash of titans, with each man staking claim to Brooke's future. Adding fuel to the fire, Taylor Hayes, Ridge's other great love, finds herself at odds with him over Nick's intentions. While Ridge sees Nick as a threat to his carefully rebuilt life, Taylor argues for caution, suggesting that Brooke deserves the freedom to make her own choices. Picture a heated exchange at the Forrester mansion, where sharp words cut through the tension like a knife, as Ridge and Taylor grapple with their differing perspectives. The drama peaks with a highly anticipated confrontation between Ridge and Nick, perhaps over a late-night drink at a dimly lit bar, where old grudges are laid bare, and fists might just fly if tempers aren't reined in. Will this showdown end in a truce, or will it deepen the chasm between these lifelong adversaries? Fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see if Nick's persistence will win Brooke over or if Ridge's enduring bond with her will stand the test of time. Steffi's mission to bring Daphne Rose back to LA. Lastly, let's turn our attention to Steffi Forrester Finnegan, whose latest move has the potential to upend the delicate balance at Forrester Creations. In a surprising twist, Steffi is pulling out all the stops to lure Daphne Rose, a former ally and key player in the fashion world, back to the bustling streets of Los Angeles. Visualize Steffi in her sleek office, phone in hand, her voice a blend of urgency and persuasion as she paints a vivid picture of new opportunities awaiting Daphne, collaborations that could redefine luxury perfumery and elevate Forrester Creations to unprecedented heights. Steffi's determination is fueled by more than just business. There's a personal stake in restoring alliances that once bolstered her family's empire during turbulent times. However, this decision sends shockwaves through the ranks, particularly to Hope Logan, who reacts with visible panic upon hearing the news. Hope's concern likely stems from the potential impact on their joint venture, the perfume line that's become a cornerstone of her creative vision. If Daphne returns, her influence could shift priorities, perhaps sidelining Hope's projects in favor of Steffi's agenda. Imagine Hope pacing the design room, her brow furrowed, as she strategizes ways to protect her brainchild from being overshadowed. There's also whispers of tension with Carter Walton, though sources suggest this is secondary to the corporate chess game unfolding. If Daphne does make her grand return, draped in elegance and mystery, the resulting power plays could fracture the fragile harmony between Hope and Steffi, setting the stage for a battle of wills that might spill over into their personal lives. Will Steffi's gamble pay off, or will it ignite a firestorm of conflict that even the Forrester family might struggle to contain? Next, we will uncover the dark and twisted undercurrents stirring up a storm on the bold and the beautiful as Luna Nozawa's thirst for revenge takes center stage. This week's spoilers reveal a slow-burning fuse that's ready to explode, with Luna arming herself, literally and figuratively, for a battle against those who've turned their backs on her. From her chilling fixation on Steffi and Finn to the potential threat looming over Little Hayes, we'll delve into the psyche of a woman scorned, weaving in fresh perspectives and imaginative details to paint a vivid picture of the chaos unfolding in Los Angeles. Join us as we explore Luna's dangerous descent, her growing list of targets, and the heartbreaking motivations fueling her vengeful rampage. Luna's descent into darkness, a weapon and a wounded heart. Let's begin with the storm brewing around Luna Nozawa, who is transformed from a misunderstood figure into LA's most unpredictable outcast. Once a woman seeking connection, Luna now finds herself on the fringes of society, labeled as Little Miss Unwanted by those she once craved acceptance from. Visualize her standing alone in a dimly lit apartment, the weight of rejection pressing down like a suffocating fog. The sting of dismissal started with Sheila Carter, whose sharp tongue delivered the first blow, urging Luna to pack her bags and disappear from town. Soon after, a chorus of voices echoed the same sentiment. Bill Spencer, with a cold finality in his eyes, severed all ties, his goodbye ringing with an icy permanence as if she were a stranger. Friends, family, and even fleeting allies turned away, leaving Luna to grapple with a loneliness so profound it has morphed into something far more sinister. This collective rejection has ignited a fire within her, pushing her toward a path of retribution that no one saw coming. In a chilling turn of events, Luna has armed herself with a gleaming new gun, a symbol of the rage festering in her soul. Picture her at a secluded shooting range on the outskirts of LA. Her fingers trembling yet determined as she hones her aim, the sharp crack of gunfire punctuating her resolve. Each shot fired is a release of the pent-up hurt, a declaration that she will no longer be ignored. Initially, her sights were set on Steffi Forrester Finnegan, whose firm stance alongside Finn has made her a prime target for Luna's wrath. Steffi and Finn have repeatedly demanded that Luna stay away from their property, their voices laced with exasperation as she defies their boundaries time and again. But as Luna sharpens her deadly skills, whispers among fans suggest she might be rethinking her focus. Could her growing bitterness expand to envelop others who've crossed her path? With a list of enemies piling up faster than she can count, Luna's vendetta could ensnare anyone who's dared to scorn her, turning her into a wild card in this high-stakes drama. A heartbreaking obsession, Luna's fixation on Finn and Hayes. Digging deeper into Luna's unraveling psyche, a particularly haunting moment at the Cliff House has fanned the flames of her resentment. Imagine the scene: Luna, uninvited yet undeterred, slips into the Finnegan family home, her presence an unspoken threat. As she lingers in the shadows, she witnesses a tender exchange that cuts her to the core. Finn, the father she longed to know, gently comforts young Hayes after a childish fear disrupts the evening. The warmth in Finn's embrace, the soft murmurs of reassurance, are everything Luna has craved her entire life yet never received. Her heart twists with a bitter pang as she watches, her mind spiraling into dangerous territory. In that moment, a dark thought takes root. Why should Hayes bask in the love of a father when she was denied that very bond? If she can't have her place in a family, perhaps no one should. This painful realization could mark a pivotal shift in Luna's revenge plot. Spoilers hint that her initial target of Steffi might no longer be the sole focus of her anger. Picture Luna sitting alone at night, a tattered journal in hand, scribbling names and grievances as her obsession grows. Hayes, innocent and unaware, could unwittingly become a pawn in her scheme to shatter the Finnegan family's happiness. Her bitterness festers as she recalls Finn's stern words, delivered with a finality that crushed any hope of reconciliation. He made it abundantly clear that a relationship with her is off the table. That rejection, paired with the idyllic family life she can only observe from afar, might drive Luna to contemplate unthinkable acts. Could she resort to something as drastic as targeting a member of this tight-knit clan to inflict the same pain she endures? The thought alone is chilling, painting Luna as a tragic figure whose hurt has morphed into a dangerous vendetta that threatens to tear apart the very fabric of the Finnegan household. The expanding web of enemies and potential chaos. As Luna's list of perceived adversaries grows, the scope of her revenge plot widens, casting a shadow over all of Los Angeles. Within mere weeks, she has amassed a roster of individuals who've scorned or sidelined her, each rejection adding another layer to her seething resentment. Imagine her pacing restlessly in a rundown motel room, walls plastered with newspaper clippings and photos of those she blames for her downfall, Sheila's piercing glare, Bill's dismissive sneer, and Steffi's protective stance all staring back at her. Every face fuels her determination to make them pay, her newly acquired weapon a constant reminder of the power she now wields. The question on everyone's mind is, who will be next in her crosshairs? While Steffi remains a primary target, Luna's shifting emotions could redirect her wrath toward Finn, Hayes, or even someone unexpected from her past who dared to cross her. The potential for chaos looms large as Luna's actions become increasingly erratic. Envision a tense confrontation on the horizon, perhaps a late-night encounter outside the forest or estate, where Luna, cloaked in darkness, faces off with one of her enemies, her gun glinting ominously under the moonlight. Her words, laced with venom, might reveal the depth of her pain, a plea for understanding warped by anger. Fans speculate that her ultimate goal isn't just destruction but to force those around her to acknowledge her existence, to feel the weight of her suffering. Whether she's driven by a desire to dismantle the Finnegan family's happiness or to exact revenge on a broader scale, Luna's journey into the dark side promises heart-stopping moments. Will she follow through with her deadly intentions, or could a flicker of remorse, or an unexpected intervention, halt her destructive path? The coming weeks will reveal whether Luna's quest for vengeance will end in tragedy or if redemption might still be within reach. Next, we will unravel the chaotic storm brewing on the bold and the beautiful as Bill Spencer's fateful decision sets a dangerous chain of events in motion. This week's most reckless maneuver belongs to Bill, whose misguided compassion has unleashed a tempest named Luna Nozawa upon the unsuspecting streets of Los Angeles. With Steffi and Finn now caught in the crosshairs of Luna's dark vendetta, we'll explore the profound consequences of Bill's actions, the twisted bond he formed with Luna, and the havoc she's poised to wreak on the Finnegan family and beyond. Packed with fresh insights, vivid imagery, and inventive additions, let's dive into this gripping saga of regret, revenge, and impending tragedy. Bill's misstep, unleashing a monster on Los Angeles. Let's kick things off with the colossal blunder that has fans buzzing, Bill Spencer's catastrophic choice to use his immense wealth and influence to pardon Luna Nozawa. Picture Bill in his opulent office at Spencer Publications, surrounded by towering shelves of leather-bound books and the glint of crystal decanters, as he pores over a stack of heartfelt letters penned by Luna. Each word dripped with remorse, painting her as a lost soul desperate for redemption, and slowly, they chipped away at Bill's usually steely resolve. Convinced she deserved a second chance after what she described as a fleeting lapse into madness, Bill wielded his power to secure her release, believing he was offering her a lifeline. Little did he know, he was opening a Pandora's box, setting free a force of destruction that would soon threaten the very fabric of LA's tight-knit community. What Bill saw in Luna was a carefully curated facade, the innocent, wounded side she wanted him to believe in. Their connection deepened over shared stories of turbulent childhoods, with Bill finding an echo of his own past in Luna's tales of abandonment and longing for a stable parental figure. Imagine their late-night conversations in a dimly lit study, cups of coffee growing cold as they bared their souls, bonding over the ache of growing up without anchors. Bill, moved by empathy, saw her as a kindred spirit rather than the volatile figure others warned against. Yet, despite this bond and the pardon he fought for, Bill drew a hard line when Luna later sought his aid. With a heavy heart, he turned his back, his voice firm as he bid her a final goodbye, refusing to be entangled in the mess she was creating. But the damage was already irreversible. By shielding Luna from accountability, Bill inadvertently nurtured a sense of invincibility within her. She now walks free, believing her past sins, gruesome acts like the murders of Hollis and Tom, are erased by his pardon, a dangerous mindset that has transformed her into a ticking time bomb ready to detonate across Los Angeles. Luna's dark path, a quest for love turned lethal. With Bill's rejection ringing in her ears, Luna Nozawa's psyche has taken a harrowing turn, steering her down a path of vengeance and desperation. Visualize her wandering the shadowy streets of LA. At dusk, her expression a mix of anguish and cold determination, as the weight of universal rejection crushes what little hope she had left. Her deepest yearning, to be loved, to belong, has been thwarted at every turn. Even Sheila Carter, the infamous supervillain known for her own brand of chaos, recoiled from Luna's volatile nature, refusing to entangle herself with her granddaughter's brewing trouble. This ultimate snub, from someone as morally ambiguous as Sheila, has only deepened Luna's isolation, fueling a rage that seeks an outlet in the most destructive ways imaginable. Luna's unhinged state of mind now poses a direct threat to the residents of LA, with the Finnegan family, Steffi and Finn, standing squarely in her line of fire. Imagine her lurking near the cliff house, hidden among the lush coastal greenery, her eyes fixated on the warm glow of family life within. A life she craves but can never claim. If it weren't for Bill's initial intervention, Steffi and Finn might have been spared this looming danger, their days filled with mundane joys rather than the dread of Luna's next move. Luna, emboldened by the lack of consequences for her past actions, feels no need to atone. Her mind twists with bitter thoughts. If she cannot have the love and acceptance she seeks, why should others, especially the Finnegans, enjoy such happiness? This storyline hints at a chilling evolution, where Luna's quest for connection could manifest as a campaign of terror, her actions driven by a warped desire to tear others down to her level of misery. The potential for violence simmers just beneath the surface, leaving viewers to wonder who might fall victim to her growing wrath. The inevitable fallout, a tragic end on the horizon. As the ramifications of Bill's decision ripple outward, the stakes in this B&B saga couldn't be higher, with spoilers teasing a deadly conclusion to this arc. Picture a tense montage of LA's elite bracing for impact, Steffi fortifying her home with extra security, Finn casting wary glances over his shoulder, and even Bill retreating into solitude, haunted by the realization of what he's unleashed. Luna, now a serial threat after her past crimes, roams with a newfound sense of impunity, her every move laced with the potential for chaos. The community whispers in hushed tones about the monster in their midst, a label that Bill, unwittingly, helped create by coddling Luna with his pardon and then abruptly severing ties when her true nature resurfaced. His refusal to engage further with her mess has left Luna unchecked, a loose cannon with vengeance as her compass.